What it do? Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is your girl, Jade's Desire. And welcome to my second Wednesday 101 TKO Radio. Tonight, Bedrooms of Life, Dictational Conversations with me, your favorite erotica author, certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad that y'all are here with me tonight. So, we kind of going to piggyback off last week's discussion, my first show. I hope you all were tuning in. For the new listeners, I am a certified sexologist and a real life erotica author, and it's just learning all about sex, how to, what do you want to know, questions and answers, and talk about me a little bit, talk about you, get to know you, and see what you want to try, because everybody's sexual taste and sexual experience is different. So last week we did conversations on trying new things in the bedroom, like, because that can be a touchy subject because everybody's sexual experience is different. Somebody may be a little bit more sexually advanced than their significant other, and it's things that they're craving and that they want to do and want to try, but don't know how to have that conversation. And it's very simple. It's just open dialect. Like I say, every single time, every time you see me, I'm going to talk about food, sex and food, because it goes hand in hand. And I'm going to talk about the restaurant, because the restaurant is so true. People don't understand that sex and food go hand in hand. Sex and food is like you go into a restaurant and you see something that you want to try. It looks good on the menu. You want to try it, but then when it's in front of you, you're like, ooh, I don't like how that look. That's the way sex is for some people. Some people are like, okay, I don't want to try this just off, based off somebody else's experience, their friend experience, and you can't do that because you are depriving yourself of some wonderful sexual experiences. So you just got to know how to, break into that conversation, and it's very simple. So, once you have that conversation, then the next conversation that we're going to talk about tonight is your safe words. Because, baby, you got to have them safe words, because if you don't have them safe words, you're going to wind up in traction somewhere. And, I'm going to tell y'all, like I told y'all last week, Jay's Desire, Tapes, Treasures, and 101 TKO is not responsible for anything that you may try and wind up in traction. That's what I'm here for, to teach y'all the correct way of doing it. But, we're doing safe words this week, because safe words are very important, because everybody's tolerance, everybody's pleasure is different. And when you're doing something new, it's exciting. But, it can be, I'm not going to say painful, because sex shouldn't be painful unless you just into the dominance of the BDSM world, and that's like a high threshold of pain. So it's just all about having a safe word and being safe, and you don't want to be choking somebody and you choking too hard, and then they done passed out and they done lost conscience because you ain't give a safe word. Safe words can be verbal and nonverbal. It's just your partner your partner has to know you, has to know your body, has to know what you're looking like, what you want. It's just having that bond. You just can't go out here and wind up choking somebody or tying somebody up and spanking somebody and not paying attention to them, because you do have to get to a certain point. Like, let's say if you're flogging, or let's say if you're getting paddled, there are, like whips and stuff like that. Your body gets to a certain temperature where you can't take it. So it's like that person that's receiving will pass out. That's not a good thing. You have to, the body goes into shock. So you have to let your body temperature calm down. You have to be able to know how to read your partner. You give a verbal cue, you give a nonverbal cue. Everybody wants to use, thanks to, one of our favorite comedians, everybody wants to use pineapples. But guess what? It's more than that safe word, even though like that's the favorite safe word, but it's more than that to it. You come up with your safe word that you're comfortable with, and it's just like, You got to know it and you got to communicate it. So, super producer, you got a safe word?
Nope, because I guess I ain't never been in that predicament to, to have that needed one. So
if you had to think about having a safe word, what would it be?
Come back to me on that question.
Okay, so what is it that is something that you want to try that you've never tried before, something that you want to experience? Because we have a lot of people that's out there that want to experience things, and they're either uncomfortable or don't know how to say it, and they don't say anything. So how would you do that?
I don't know. I guess it's just really just for me. I have to find that partner that's willing to try different things, because I think that even though my sexual desires it definitely could be something totally different for the my partner or whatnot.
Yeah.
So they might not be into some of the same things, or not even gonna say into the same thing, or what I may want to try, and and vice versa. So.
Yeah. So if you had somebody that decided that they wanted to choke you with a gag ball. Gag balls.
No. Okay. No.
So no choking and no gag ball, or one or the other.
Nope.
To both?
To both, yeah.
You wouldn't do a gag ball.
Nope.
Why?
That's something that's I'm not interested in that.
What, have you tried it before?
No.
So how do you know you don't like it if you've never tried it?
Hey, that's the same thing I tell my kids on eating food. No.
So you at least gotta try it once. You see, it's one of those things that I tell people. You gotta at least try it once before you say you don't like it.
That's true.
How you know if you don't like something if you don't try it? If you experience it, then you're like, okay, yeah, that's not for me. Then you can say you knock that off and go on to the next thing.
That's true, but nah. I was just thinking about reflex, and.
My God, really?
Yeah.
Not even choking?
Mm-mm.
We're gonna have to work on that. We're gonna have to work on that. But see, those are the type of conversations that people need to have with their partner, with their spouse, with their significant other, because it's like you don't know what they want. You think you do, but in a past life, you don't know what that person did. You don't know what that person was into. Like in my past life, I used to go to swinging clubs. I haven't been to Trapeze since I've been down here, but my brother used to host red parties. We called them red parties. And it was literally like now, everybody and their mama doing it. There was, it was a secret society. Not the Illuminati. I ain't part of that now. But it was a secret society. You had to be in it. Your name was on a list. You got a text message the day of, a couple of hours before, with an address, theme, and attire. That's it. It wasn't no everybody knew about it. You had to sign an NDA. So it was, it's one of those type of things. So in my past life, yeah, absolutely. I was into that. So, the people that I date, I'm going to test the waters and see where they are. And then once I kind of test the waters and see what their thought process is and, see what they like and what they don't like, then that's when I'm like, okay, well, have you ever did this or have you tried this? And then that's when that conversation about a safe word, comes. And then, once you do a safe word, then you're good. You can go ahead and get, have a little position that you do from the back and get choked out, get your hair pulled. But then it's like, that's the perfect time to have a gag ball when you enjoying yourself from behind. You have a gag ball. You can't say anything because you have a gag ball. So what are you going to do? You're going to do your nonverbal clues, which is a thumbs up. 2 fingers, like it's some type of signal to let your partner know that you've at your peak. So we Right now, we're going to go ahead and take our first little break, give y'all something nice to listen to. Go ahead, give me a call, 678-439-7419 at 101 TKO Radio. I'll be back.
Let me sit this.
101 TKO Radio. It's your girl Jade's Desire. We are in Bedrooms of Life, Dictational Conversations, and we are talking about safe words. Oh my God, y'all, if y'all could just hear the conversation off air, like, for real. If y'all can hear the conversation off air. So make sure y'all go ahead and y'all can call in, ask me questions, 678-439-7419. And then download that app, all platforms, 101 TKO Radio. So, oh my God, I'm really blown away about the off-air conversation that we was just having. And it literally ties into the topic because you have people that, want to try it, not sure how to do it, things like that. And it's like, you got to try it. How you don't know that you don't like it if you've never tried it, but you got to try it. You can't go to a restaurant and look at the menu and be like, it sounds good. You see the picture, you sound good. You look at the description, it don't look good. Well, try it. It's something about it that it's like, okay, the picture is making it look real enticing. But then when you look at the ingredients and everything else, you're like, I'm not sure. Taste it. Put it in your mouth. Bite it. Chew it. It's just like sex. Just make sure that, you do your fingers like this so you can be like, yeah, I don't want that. But, you got to have your safe words. You got to have your safe words. Safe words are very important. Safe words can save your absolute life. It can keep your spouse from catching a case because you definitely don't want your significant other going to jail because y'all was having, some fun and he didn't choke you out or she didn't choke you out a little too hard and now you're dead. How you going to explain that to the judge? Because somebody ain't here. Like, that wouldn't be fun at all. So, but yeah, we gotta make sure that we got our safe words. Like I said, a lot of people's safe words is pineapples. Everybody is on this pineapple kick. Like you eat pineapples, your bodily fluids taste good. That ain't true. That ain't necessarily true, but let me say it like that. It's overall healthy eating. So it's not a certain fruit that you need to eat or anything like that. So, but pineapples is one that people use. I've heard somebody use, like, mine is, if those that know me know that I'm a Prince fan. So mine is Prince, mine is red, mine is hamburger, mine is frog. Now, what's the significance? That's my business. So you just got to know what your safe words mean to you, and you got to let your partner know what your safe words are. And your nonverbal cues, like for those that are watching online, nonverbal cue can be your fist with your thumb like this. That's very important. That is a sexual nonverbal cue. If you don't learn nothing else, it's this. Anything else, you can make it your own. You can put up a finger. You can wave your hand. You can do something. But that right there that's like a nonverbal cue for your spouse to let you know that you're at that point. So y'all can go ahead, call in, 678-439-7419 on all platforms is 101 TKO Radio. I'm also on live on Jade's Desire. So if you have any questions, just, put it in the chat. We got the super producer over there manning the keyboards and everything else. Oh my God. I want to put him in this conversation so bad because he just, oh my God, but I'm not going to do that to him. I didn't need it enough. But, you got to make sure those conversations, everything starts with a conversation. Every single thing starts with a conversation. What are your safe words? What is it that you need to know? What is it that you want to try? How far are you willing to go? What do you want to learn? Because you may have a spouse that, can teach you some stuff. So, like me, y'all gonna hear me say it. My favorite all-time position in the absolute world is the Amazon woman. Look it up. I need y'all to look it up And y'all tell me what the Amazon woman is. And let me know if you would try it. Let me know if that's something that you would think about trying. And ladies, I'm trying to tell you, that position is so orgasmic. It's a wonderful position for us, but men aren't going to like that position because they feel like it's an emasculating position. And that's one of those positions where a safe word would come into play, because at some point he's going to shut down because he's going to feel like, he the chick in a relation, he's the chick at the time. Sorry about that. He's a chick at the time, but it's not even about that. It's about doing something different. So I can definitely tell you that when you doing the Amazon woman, you definitely gonna get a safe word, because it ain't for the meek. So this is what I'm gonna do. If somebody listening online, 101 TKO radio, or somebody on Instagram, or call in 678-439-7419, if y'all can tell me what the Amazon woman position is and your safe word, I got a nice gift for you. So go ahead, Google, because you're going to have to Google what the Amazon woman is. And then, y'all let me know what y'all think, because that's definitely a safe word position. Being tied up is a safe word because, it's the tightness of the rope. And we're going to get into, I'm going to have somebody come in and we're going to talk about getting tied up and the safe way to get tied up. So you're definitely going to need a safe word for that. Being blindfolded, that's a safe word, because you have some people that have that fear, and it's like they're in their head if they've never done it before. So that's going to be a safe word. They can probably do it for a couple of seconds, but they won't be able to do it long because they'll start panicking and things like that. So that's when you'll have your verbal and nonverbal cues that you need from your spouse, because if they start to panic being blindfolded, you're definitely going to have to know their body and know the nonverbal cues. Being handcuffed. I hear a lot of men saying that they don't want to be handcuffed and they don't want to be tied up because they feel like they locked up. Well, you ain't going to jail, but I might make you bend over and grab the soap. I don't know. I'm just saying. But you're going to need a nonverbal cue for that one as well. So it's all these type of different things that, when it comes to sex, when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to doing something different, that you need to have some type of something to let your partner know, okay, I'm at that point, or I'm uncomfortable, or I don't like it. So you have to let them know that. You have to be able to say, okay, I've had enough. If you gotta yell out pineapples, like I said, we all know who that comedian is that then made pineapples the safe word. So yell out pineapples. Whatever it is that you need to say or do to get your partner to stop, then that's what you need to do. And don't let it get to the point where you feel like you have to, because you're going to disappoint your partner. No, it's a sexual experience. It's a sexual journey that you both are going on. It's a sexual ride. It's something that you're both enjoying. So if you're not enjoying yourself, your partner is not going to enjoy themselves. And then that's going to cause some form of disconnect, and we don't want that. We want everybody to, be out there having some wonderful sex. So the first person that, let me know about the Amazon position, I got a nice little surprise for you. Super producer, did you look it up? What you think?
Low key, I've done that position before. Never knew the name of it.
Really?
And that was just trying something at the top of my head.
Really? So you allowed somebody to put your knees to your chest? Wow. So how did you feel? Because a lot of men don't like that. They feel like it's emasculating.
It was different. I mean, because like it was just trying something, different or whatnot. So I mean, it wasn't something that was like, okay, let's do it again.
Let's do this, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
would you do it again?
I don't know. I mean, it was a while ago. You know, a long time ago.
So
When
you
I
need a
tried to say,
refresher.
so
Yeah, you need a
so so yeah.
you need a refresh. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get you to have a refresh. So see, everybody's experience is different. Did you have to use a safe word, or did you have to say anything, or you just enjoyed it and you just went with the moment?
Just wouldn't because, like I say, it was just something, just trying something different, just thinking of something, and it wasn't like it was like a long period. You know what I'm saying? Time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to me, it was too much pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Too much weight on me. So
Okay. 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 So yeah, we're gonna have to show you the proper way of doing it. So I mean, everybody's experience is different, and it's one of those things. And like he said, he didn't even know the name of it, and he enjoyed it, and it was not emasculating. But you do get men that's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna make me feel like I'm no woman or something like that. And it's not even about that. It's about an experience that you're sharing with your spouse, because the orgasm from that is, my God, when I say the orgasm from that it's super, I'm trying to think, super delicious. Can I say that? Okay. Maybe not. All right. So 101 TKO Radio. It's your girl, Jade Desire. You tuning in to Bedrooms of Life. We having dictational conversations. Let's get into this new song, and we'll be right back.
Hit me.
101 TKO Radio, it's your girl. We are back with the Bedrooms of Life Dictational Conversations with your girl, Jay's Desire. So I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. Some of these songs that y'all listening to, this is my blueprint to my life. Like, literally, this is the blueprint to my life. Like, Lick and, Joy and Beyonce and Rocket and, Make Me Feel This Way. That's the blueprint to my life. I literally have a CD that's a blueprint to my life. But y'all, this is the second show. I'm excited. I think I'm doing good. I hope I'm doing good. I hope I'm, educating y'all. I'm just kidding. I hope y'all learning something. Like I said, tuning back in. It's my second show. Y'all give me a call, 678-439-7419. Yes. Yes, I did. Chi-Town stand up. Absolutely. Chi-Town stands up. So we just, sitting up here talking about bedrooms. We doing conversation from last week, conversations on how to do something different in a bedroom and having that open dialogue. We talking safe words. So every single week, for those that are just not tuning in, every single week is going to be something different, educational, be it kink, BDSM, swinging, a position. It's so many different positions. Like, you all may know the position and just don't know the name of it, or it can be a position and it as something totally different, because everything and everybody is different. But at the same time, we want to be safe with it, and we want to make sure that what we're doing is going to keep both our partner and you from A, dying, B, going to jail. Nobody wants to go to jail and try to explain to the judge, but I didn't kill her. We was just, sex got a little rough, and, we didn't use the safe word. So that's why safe words are very important. And it's amazing how some people are closed off to learning certain things, because I got a message yesterday about, not needing a safe word. Well, you do need a safe word. I don't care what you're doing. You need a safe word, because guess what? Even if you're doing it missionary, God knows if somebody's still out there having missionary, I need y'all to don't change the radio station. Y'all keep listening, because I'm going to get y'all out of missionary, because missionary is just, nobody should be doing that. But it doesn't matter, because even if you're doing missionary, you can get a cramp, from keeping your leg in one position, or, you still need a safe word. You can, that's the only thing I can think of is getting a leg cramp in missionary. Yeah, no, I can't think of nothing else. But yeah, we're not going to talk about missionary because it gives me a headache. But you still need a safe word. You still need your verbal and nonverbal cues. For those that's checking out online, y'all see the books. I got those sitting up. The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 1. The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 2, The Making of Jade. I got that. I've come to the realization that those are the type of things that I can't read on the air, because I don't want us to get, taken off the air. He said I don't went from cooking in the kitchen to cooking in the bed. I was always doing both. I was always doing both. Yeah, that's one of my homeboys from Chicago. We met because he used to work at one of the radio stations back home, and I called into the radio station because I needed, and this was, when was that? Like 2000, or was that in 90 something? Oh, Jesus Christ. We've been friends for a long time. And I called him, and the whole conversation is because I think I was cooking something, and I was making buttermilk chicken, and his boy was like butternut, and we made 2007, and we made a joke about butternut, and we've been friends ever since. Oh my God, we've been friends ever since. Just off me calling a radio station just to pay for an ad, and we became friends just off me frying some buttermilk chicken. That's hilarious. 2007. Oh my God, that's a long time. He done came to everything, kids, grandkids. I mean, you name it. His wife is beautiful. Like, oh my God, he's amazing. But yeah, he said went from cooking in the kitchen to cooking in the bed. Absolutely. You already know, y'all. Y'all know I got to keep y'all entertained with the girls, those that I watch, and got to make sure that they sitting pretty. Y'all always, I got to give y'all an earful and an outful. But yeah, so check out the book. You can get it anywhere books are sold. If you want to get it from me, if you get a book from me, I do sign the book and I send you a gift as a little personal thank you for purchasing a book. And then also we still have I haven't gotten anybody to call me and tell me about the Amazon woman. So if those that want the Amazon woman, if you can Google it, because you got to Google it. If you can Google and tell me what the Amazon woman is, I got a nice little gift for you. So it's not a book, but it is a nice little gift. It'll give you some little tutorials and stuff. I got all type of stuff that's, I have like little, like for the ladies, it's a little sex book that got tips in it, got little quotes, got, it's cute little items that I've created for my brand. But let's get back to topic, y'all. We got to make sure that we're using those safe words, and we got to make sure that, everything that we're doing is safe, and, making sure that we're using those verbal cues and nonverbal cues. Like I said, this is universal for those that are watching online. This is a universal nonverbal hand cues. The ones that are listening on the air, only thing you're doing is just like you putting up the Fight the Power song. Not the song, the fist. You balling up your fist with your thumb on the side. That's universal. When you can't verbally say it, you immediately put your fist up with your thumb out. Like, okay, stop. I can't. Because if you put your hand up like you doing a high five, they're gonna think that you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're saying stop, because that's that's universal. So we got to make sure that we are using those safe words out there. And if y'all want to keep it simple, pineapples it is. Pineapples, pineapples, pineapples. I'm gonna get my super producer to come up with a safe word. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. He gonna use one. But I mean, we got to make sure that we are having those conversations, making sure that we are comfortable, making sure that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. Everything ties into everything. It's not all about just getting in the bed and having sex. It's not. It's literally you're telling a story. What's up, Chelsea? What's going on, girl? Y'all, that's my homegirl, Chelsea. So it's all about being open. It's all about, knowing your partner. You have to know your partner. I don't care how long y'all been together. You can be with somebody 20 years and never know that they had this side of them in them, because they probably either suppressed it, or it's like they knew that you weren't into it, but they were still sexually satisfied with you. So they didn't have to bring it up. But at some point in time, it's going to come up, because when I'm single, depending on who I'm dating, when I'm single, I'll probably go back home and go to a red party, go to a swingers party, or, something like that. But I only do it when I'm single, because I think I'm over it. I think I've done it for so long that I'm pretty much over it. It's like I have no interest in it anymore. You do get to that point, but you still do have that urge. Now, getting choked, getting spanked, getting popped, getting your hair pulled. Oh, absolutely. That will never get old. But at the same time, I'm going to let you know, whoa, Nelly, you just hit me a little too hard. I might sit up like I'm a swing on you, but, comes with the territory. That's That's the price you pay. I'm from the south side of Chicago, 103rd and Wentworth. You know, you hit me too hard, I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna swing on you. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget. I'm still a lady, but sometimes I forget. But it is what it is. So we gotta make sure that we are taking care of business at home. If we just meeting somebody that you know want to try it, or if we going to a red party, or if we doing something, we need to make sure that we are being safe, and we just there's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around not having a safe word. You can't. You got to make sure that you have a safe word. I don't care how long y'all been together. I don't care what you do. You need to have a safe word. You need to make sure. And if y'all need me to give y'all some safe words, I can. But at the same time, that's between you and your partner. I'm just telling you that that's something that you need. And when you are going into experimenting with this life of kink, with this life of BDSM, because everybody's level is different. You can't just say, okay, I want to try it. No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't do it. It ain't that type of party. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the meek. You got to be a strong somebody to be able to be into this world and be comfortable with it and know what you're doing. And that's why y'all got me to kind of, guide y'all along the way, because that's what I do. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But y'all go ahead and what's up, Amir? What's going on? What's up, Rhonda? I see y'all. So just like I said, y'all give me a call, 678-439-7419 at 101 TKO Radio on all platforms. I need somebody to tell me what the Amazon woman position is. And if you would try it, if you would try the Amazon woman position, please tell me and let me know. If you got a question about a position, call me, ask me the question, and we'll get down to it and we'll discuss it and we'll talk about it. So 101 TKO Radio, 678-439-7419. I'll be back. Welcome back, 101 TKO Radio. Welcome back to Bedrooms of Life, Dictational Conversations with your girl, Jade's Desire, your favorite real life erotica author and sexologist. We are talking about safe words and different positions that you need for a safe word and why safe words are important. And we also, piggybacking on a conversation that we had last week about being open and how to have that open conversation with your significant other. Sitting up here trying to go through the book and see if it's something that I can kind of read to y'all. But as I go through the book, I don't want to get us taken off the air, so I'm gonna have to revisit that. So, but y'all can go ahead and get the book. It's available everywhere books are sold. The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 1. These are my real life sexual adventures. It's my sexual autobiography. It talks about how I became who I am and why I became who I am. And I'm comfortable with who I am, where a lot of people are not. So, I was just talking to a super producer like last week. When I left, I had all type of messages and stuff coming in. If y'all don't want to ask messages on Instagram, you can always call in. You don't have to say your name. You can just call in and ask your question. I'll answer it for you, 678-439-7419. We definitely are anonymous because we do understand that, there are people that are, not comfortable with this topic. And that's what I'm here for, because I want to let you know that it's okay. You can be a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets, because guess what? I guarantee you, when I'm dressed, you can't look at me. Cannot look at me and tell, because it's like the way that I carry myself. That's why it's just like some of the stuff I just look at my head, look out and shake my head, because there's no way that I'm finna not only disrespect and degrade myself, but disrespect the women that's in my family, because, I was told it's not what you are, it's how you carry yourself. So, and I carry myself in a manner. I may cuss like a sailor, but guess what? I'm not going to dress like no hoe. So, it's all about how you carry yourself. So, still nothing about the Amazon woman, huh? Y'all must not want this good surprise I'm going to send y'all, but it's okay. I'm going to try another position next week and see if y'all come up with that one. Maybe y'all need to looking into the spider and see if y'all could just look at the look that I just got. Because next week we actually are going to talk about flogging and the different types of flogging. I want to see if I'm gonna try to see if I can get my girl to come in with me, and she's one of my best friends, and she teaches flogging. So if you go on my Instagram page and you see at an event that I'm tied up and getting flogged, that's my best friend. Seriously. So there's nothing that, I don't do that I don't include her in, because that's what she teaches. And it's like, it's a whole real world out here where people are doing it, but they're not doing it the right way. They're not doing it safe. They're not being smart about it. They're just doing it. And there are people like me that are willing to educate you about it, because like I told you, there's no disrespect, but relationships, I'm not giving nobody advice on relationships, because I am not a relationship expert. That is not my field. That's not my forte. Y'all want advice on your relationship? Talk to Jesus, not me. Y'all want a good position? I'm your girl, because I had you climbing up a wall, have you standing up on a wall upside down, and you having an oral conversation in a handstand. I go try that. Ha ha. Because I've done it. It's amazing. But you got to have some good upper body strength. You can't, you can only be up there for a couple of seconds, because you standing upside down in a handstand and your arms get weak, you're shaking, somebody giving you an oral conversation, you're going to fall. So, I'm just saying, this is what I'm here for, to tell you about different positions. And every week I'll probably give you 3 positions out because I'm on from 7 to 9. So I give you 3 positions throughout the show. And I'm going to put my disclaimer out. Jade's Desire and 101 TKO is not responsible for. I'll be responsible for a rug burn, because that's when you know you got it right. But any broken bones, any dislocation, any death or anything like that, I'm not responsible for it, because that means that you didn't follow my instructions and you didn't listen well. But I will take a rug burn, because rug burns are amazing, because guess what? You're going to have that memory. Your knees going to be burning. Your elbows going to be burning. Your back going to be burning. You're going to be like, oh, but then you're going to think about how you got it, and then you're just going to forget about all that pain. And a big smile going to come across your face like, oh, ho, 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 I remember how I got that. And that's another reason why we need safe words. Because, yeah, we're going to get some bumps and we're going to get some bruises. And ladies, we do have a tendency where air does affect us. And, the absorption is not there like it was there in the beginning. And sometimes men don't know. So it begins to be uncomfortable. So we need to give them a safe word and be like, okay, hey, this, it's not going right. It's not, we need to do this. So there's a safe word for every single thing. I had somebody that was trying to join in, but they can call 678-439-7419. They can call in if they want to call in, and I'll have a conversation with them. Absolutely, I would, because I think it's one of my homegirls or her husband from Chicago. They have their own toy company. So that's why I say everybody around me. Everybody around me. Everybody, I'm just saying. Everybody in that life. And everybody got a part to play, and everybody is doing it. But we just need to make sure that while we're doing it, we're being safe about it. So instead of y'all waiting until I get off the air, sending me messages in my DM asking questions, why don't y'all just call in, ask that question. Somebody in the chat tell me what the Amazon woman is. Even if y'all done figured out what the spider is. Tell me about the spider, because if y'all could have saw Super Producer's face when I saw that, yeah, he's trying to figure it out. Are you over there looking for it? Okay, good. Because the spider is exactly what it says. And the best way that I can describe it is, I know everybody here is that hopefully they're 21 and over. But for people that's in my age range, that's 40 and over, y'all remember in breakdancing, Electric Boogaloo, when they were, I forgot if they were at the girls' family's dinner party or if they were at the park, but the skinny dark-skinned one, he had his legs coming forward over his arms, and he was just up, bouncing around, moving around like a spider. That's the spider position. That's the spider position. Bet y'all didn't know that, did y'all? That's what I'm here for. Why you over there laughing? I'm just saying, that's what I'm here for. You see, it's not just, my tagline is, there are 69 ways to have an amazing orgasm, but one missionary way to ruin it. If y'all doing missionary, please stop. Please stop doing missionary. It's okay to start out in missionary, but do missionary for 0.5 seconds and then change into doing something completely different, because after a while, you get tired of that. I mean, you can do different positions in missionary, but just don't stay. Like, put your legs up, bend them, go to the scissors or go to the side or something, but just don't stay in that position, and, use that safe word if you have to, because if you get turned over to the side and you enjoying yourself, you need to make sure that you still have you can do a verbal cue on that one. But sometimes, like I said, You got your nonverbal cues too. So we need to make sure that we are exercising safe words. Safe words, safe words, safe words. It's very important. It's very, very, very important for safe words. You got to. You got to use it. And unfortunately, I'll say it again. Pineapple. Oh, that drives me crazy because there's so many other words out here. Just don't say stop. Just don't say stop because stop will, that'll kind of mess up the mood. It'll kind of ruin it because that'll make it seem like it's something wrong. And you don't want your partner to think that you're doing something wrong. You want them to know that you're enjoying it, but you're at that point of climax. So you don't want it to be, too overbearing or anything like that. So you definitely don't, under no circumstances, want to say stop because that'll mess up the whole mood and his thought process will change. And it's like, okay, back off, and you didn't kind of ruin the whole night. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that at all. So we just gonna come up with something different. Don't try to steal my prince. Please don't, because I will fight you. I will. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to come up with your safe word that fits you. Sit down and talk to your spouse. Sit down and talk to your partner and see what their safe word is, what they want it to be, that they're both, that you're both, something that you both can remember. Because, when you're engaging and when you're indulging, like you're tuned in because you're into it, but you're also kind of like not focused on it. So if you just hear just something that's like, okay, that's what he just said, then you're going to snap out of it. That's just like I tell a lot of people to refer back to 50 Shades of Grey. What was the first thing that he asked her was, do you trust me? What's your safe word? And she repeated the safe word because why? That's a conversation that they had, and that's a word that they came up with together. Because for some people, red, depending on how far you are in BDSM, that's like a sign of pain. That's a sign of pleasure. It's a sign of love. Red is just a universal word in sex all the way around because red is sexy. It's just something about red that has that sexual innuendo that goes with it that is like, okay, she said red, so that means to stop. And guess what? What does red mean? Stop. So it's like you saying stop without actually saying stop because you don't want to ruin the mood. So like you got to use those clues. You got to know your partner. And I'll say it over and over again. And if I'm on this radio station 10 years from now, still being y'all little ghetto black Dr. Ruth, I take that because they got Dr. Ruth and y'all got me. But, it's still going to be that education. It's still going to be, I'm still going to do the same thing. I'm still going to say safe words. You need to have a safe word. You need to communicate with your partner and come up with something to say. So we're going to, I already know. Y'all going to wait till I leave. I had 4 messages last week. 4 messages when I left asking questions. I did answer them, but it's like, that's what this is for, because it's just like you being in school. You probably thinking the same thing that somebody else is thinking, but don't nobody want to say nothing. So if you don't want to put it in chat on Instagram, you can call the radio station. You don't have to say your name. If you want to put a muffle over the phone so don't nobody recognize your voice, go ahead and do that. But, I need y'all to let me know if y'all know what the spider position is. I need y'all to let me know if if y'all done figured out what the Amazon woman position is. It's some good old fashioned stuff that's out here that's going on. So 678-439-7419, and make sure y'all tuning in to 101 TKO Radio on all platforms. I'll be back. Give me y'all. 101 TKO Radio. Welcome back, Bedrooms of Life. Those dictational conversations with your girl, Jade's Desire. Oh my God, these off-air conversations are so deep, so deep. We talking about safe words. We are talking about having that conversation, having that open dialogue with your significant other, just so everybody can have some good old-fashioned, great orgasmic, climatic sex. That's what I'm here for. I will say again, I am not a relationship expert. I'm not a relationship therapist. You ask me for some relationship advice. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. But you ask me a question about sex or a position, I got you. That's what I'm here for. I still haven't gotten a message about the Amazon woman and the spider, so they scared. I guess they don't want to try that. So those of you that just now tuning in, we were talking about the Amazon woman position because I think that that's one of those positions that some men will want to have a safe word position in, especially if they're uncomfortable with the position, especially if it's something that they are just now trying. You definitely need a safe word for that. So I said, if somebody can do a quick Google search and tell me what the Amazon woman position is, or tell me what the spider position is, then, I had a nice little surprise for you. But ain't nobody Googled, ain't nobody called in, So you send me a message. I'm not going to say your name if you DM me a question. Everything is anonymous unless you want it, unless you want to be known. But, it just seemed like in our community, it's just taboo to talk about sex, and people don't want people to know. And it's like you're not putting your business out there. It's a sexual curiosity. It's like you wanna know, but you're afraid to ask. It's just like going to school because you feel like you don't want to be the person that's always asking questions, or you don't want to feel like you're stupid or something like that. And that's not it. Like, if you don't ask questions, how are you supposed to know? I mean, I know you learn from your mistakes, but you don't want to be making the same mistakes over and over. Or you with somebody and you don't know how to have that conversation with them or ask them what they like and what they don't like. No, that's not what that is. I don't want to know your business. I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't want to know all that. All I want to know is what you don't know, what you want to try, and how I can help you, because I had a class. Oh, I'm going to try to see if I can get in touch with her. But I had a class with a young lady. I think she was maybe 60. She was between 60 and 62 and never had an orgasm before. And I told y'all about this last week. And I try to tell y'all, ladies, your vagina is yours. It's yours to do with it as you please. You're supposed to, know what it tastes like, know what it feels like, know where your spots are. Because if you don't know all of that, how can you tell somebody else? And she had never had an orgasm before, and I asked her that question, like, had she ever masturbated before or played with herself? And she said no. Well, baby, how do you know where your spot is? You don't know where your spot is because you ain't never been down there. It's yours. Do what you want with it, It's however you want to do it. I got the Amazon position will not work for me. I like to be in control, and I am not about having my knees bent or legs up nowhere with a woman in control bouncing up and down on me. Hilarious. At least he got it. And see, that's how a lot of men are. They don't want to be in that position. They want to be in a control position. And that right there, to me, that person sounds like a true dom. The true dom that, wants to be in control. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because like I told y'all last week, I'm a switch, and that's okay. It's all about being in control. That is exactly what, and the breakdown is, and that's what a lot of men say, that they don't want their knees bent and they don't want some woman bouncing up and down on them. But I mean, men do it to women all the time. I'm just saying, it's all about, it's all about it. So you just gotta, Oh, now I'm definitely with the spider position. See, I told you. I told you that position is amazing. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just, so yeah, I'm gonna get your information from you off air once we go to the next commercial, and you got a nice little gift from me coming. So see, that's what I'm talking about. It's all about, having that communication and, knowing what you like and don't like, and you never know. It could be something that I'm telling you that you probably never heard of before that you want to try, that you thought about trying, you just didn't know how to do it. That's what I'm here for. And we all gonna go through this sexual journey together, because in the African American community, it is so taboo. We don't talk about sex. We do not. But the crazy thing about it is, our kids, instead of us talking to our kids about sex, they get the sex education from their friends or from, TV, or from, these rappers that's out here that's just doing everything incorrectly. So no, that's not what we're doing. We want to do this the right way, and we want to make sure that everybody is educated, because I don't want to know what you're doing. I want to know what you want to know how to do, and how you experience certain things. And that's okay. That's okay, because everybody's sexual journey is different. And like next week, like I said, we doing flogging next week. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in. And, learn how to flog, because some people like, no, I'm not getting hit. But think about it. It's literally all in your head, because you have the anticipation that it's going to hurt. But then once it lands, it's like, oh, damn. But then you do have some paddles that do hurt. You do have some spikes that do hurt, because you got the whip that got the roses on it. And sometimes the roses got the spikes and stuff on the end. So, but we're going to go into all that next week. And, make sure that y'all tune in, because I'm going to have my girl in here. Because like I said, if you look on my IG page and you scroll down to my book signing, I gave a class. Everything about me is all educational. Gave a class. She tied me up. We did a bonding, scene, and then we did flogging. And she was like, it don't hurt. But when you get hit with a paddle, that's something different. So it's different levels of flogging. It's different levels to BDSM. It's just different levels to like this whole world. And that's what I'm here for, because you got people that want to know how to do it, that have thought about it, have seen it, have heard about it, but don't know how to get into it. And that's what I'm doing, but we're doing baby steps. So last week we talked about those conversations. This week we talking about safe words, because I'm not going to jump into, teaching y'all about flogging and getting choked and getting spanked and getting tied up, putting a gag ball in your mouth and getting blindfolded, and not telling you the number one important thing, which is having a safe word. You got to have a safe word, because if you blindfold me and I got a gag ball in my mouth, I can't verbally tell you nothing. So you got to be paying attention for me to give you my nonverbal clue. That's the only way that's going to work, or I'm going to wind up dead. And I don't want to die during sex. Super producer, you want to die during sex? He said no. I don't think nobody wants to die during sex. So yeah, that's going to be a no for me. But I mean, that's what I'm here for. So like I said, every week, I'm going to give y'all 3 positions. And then we're going to try the positions. I want y'all to, just like we did tonight, I want you to tell me, about the position, if you like the position, because we got somebody saying that they definitely with the spider position, because it's an amazing position. But then we have people that don't like the Amazon woman because they want to be in control. That's a dom. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that means that person wants to be in control sexually. And there's nothing wrong with being a dom. There's nothing wrong with being a submissive. There's nothing wrong with being a switch, because your girl, Jade's Desire, is a switch. So y'all go ahead, give me a call, 678-437-7419. Oh, did I say it wrong? I did say it wrong. Did I? Okay. So let's try the number again. 678. I'm trying to do it off memory. 678-439-7419. And then 101 TK Radio. Go ahead, download that app for Android users and unfortunately Apple users. You know, I'm just saying. Android's over here. So I'll be right back, and y'all just hit me up with those questions.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One
Welcome back, welcome back. 101 TKO Radio. You are with Bedrooms of Life, Dictational Conversations with your favorite real life erotica author and certified sexologist, Jade's Desire. So, while we were talking about the dom and the submissive and the switch, so in my book, I do have a question about a submissive man. So I do have the books, The Real Thoughts of a Sexual Submissive, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So we're going to close this out with this. And don't forget, next week, where everything is tying in. Last week we talked about the conversations. And this week we talked about safe words. Next week we're going to do flogging. So every week, y'all, we're going to learn something different. If it's something that y'all want to learn, something y'all want me to talk about, just shoot me a DM and I'll take care of it for you. So we're going to close this out with a submissive man. This is a question to a man. Men, can you submit to a woman? Can you totally allow a woman to dominate you in bed sexually? Or do you need to be in control at all times? Are you capable of lying in bed and letting her take control on you sexually? Can she ride you without interruptions? Can she suck and play with you without you touching her or her trying to flip you over to a different position? Can you just lay back and be completely submissive? Can you let her do what she wants to do with no holds bars? Are you limited to what she can and can't do? How many men can submit? I don't know, too many. Can you submit, super producer?
On occasionally.
I just knew you was finna say no. But I mean, there are some men that want to be in control at all times. They want to be in control, and that's okay.
Like I told you off air last week, I'm okay because I think from time to time, for me, for a woman to take control, it makes me it tells me that they want me.
They want you, yeah. Yeah.
So,
and see, some men don't see it like that. Some men see it as, I'm the man, I'm control, this is this. And it's like, it's not about pleasuring. Like, it's about them getting off. But, we got to get off too. Because if we sitting up here, engaging, there's no way in the world I should be rolling over getting bobbed. There's no way. I should be just as satisfied and knocking off, going to sleep just like you are. So y'all tune in next week because we gonna have a good one for you next week. We gonna talk about flogging. We gonna have some different props. This is, we gonna start really getting into the world of kink and BDSM. We're going to have some fun with this, and we're going to show that it's not even about pain. It's about pleasure, because when people hear about getting spanked or flogged or something like that, they think that it's pain, but it's not. It is pain, but it's a pleasureful pain, because it's like it's in your head, and it's like you're anticipating it. So it's like you're already thinking that it's going to hurt. So when it lands, you're like, oh, man, it wasn't even that bad. So... But I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank those that checked in online on Instagram. Thank y'all for checking in, listening to me. I will be back next week. Jade's Desire, your favorite erotica author, real life sexologist. And I said that backwards because I'm tired now. I'm tired, boss. So, super producer, we're going to take this out with a good one. All right. So I'll see y'all next week. Peace.